Welcome to Please Me, the award-winning sexuality podcast bringing you bold conversations and big clit energy. I'm thrilled to announce that Please Me is the #1 ranked sexuality podcast in the USA and worldwide. I'm Eve, your host, on a journey from trauma to sexual liberation. Join me and my guests as we dive into conversations around orgasm equality, self-love, body positivity, and essential sex education. Let's reclaim pleasure and close the orgasm gap, one empowering conversation at a time. In the last episode, I interviewed Mistress Mia Darque for the final installment of the Kink series in Season 6. Recording these Kink Education and BDSM-focused episodes has been incredibly rewarding, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a review on Spotify or send a message to Please leave a review on Spotify or send me a message at pleaseme.online to let me know if you'd like this Kink series to continue in future seasons. I've truly enjoyed learning alongside you. Today we're officially closing out Season 6 with Part 2 of Season finale. Today, we're officially closing out Season 6 with Part 2 of the season finale, featuring Anthony Weaver from the About That Wallet podcast. If you haven't listened to Part 1 from last Wednesday, be sure to start there before jumping into this episode. And yes, the roleplay was a lot of fun. For ad-free access to the full conversation, join Patreon as a paid member to unlock the entire Kink series episodes and all exclusive photo sets featuring my Kink series guests. As a holiday bonus, I'm giving away Aria Luxury Lubricant, a $50 value, to the 10th person who joins my paid Patreon. For just $10, you'll have access to win, so sign up today. Through the end of the year, I'm continuing to raise funds for the survivors of the catastrophic typhoon in the Philippines, which struck just weeks after a devastating 6.9 magnitude hit the same region. Please check the show notes for the donation link. Any support you can give is truly appreciated. Want to ask a question for the Please Me podcast? Join the conversation on Patreon or subscribe to my Substack newsletter for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes updates, and a chance to have your questions featured on the show. Patreon also includes the full Kink series episodes, exclusive guest photo sets, and Patreon also includes the full Kink series episodes, exclusive guest photo shoots, and a New Orleans photo set of me. Step into the community for more intimacy, education, and sex-positive insights. Please Me is for mature audiences, so sit back, relax, and surrender to the pleasure of Please Me.
What you were supposed to do before you showed up was make sure you didn't have hair. It would smell like a bag full of old Cheetos out of somebody's locker in 1984. So I'm going to take this duct tape, we're going to spread your ass cheeks with it, and we're going to tape it to the sides of your ass to make sure you're nice and wide open. Then I'm going to take the rest of this duct tape after drying you off a little bit with some baby powder, and I'm going to run it down your asshole like strips of wax. And instead of being polite and just giving you a quick snatch, I'm going to peel a...
Eve here from Please Me Podcast. I'm here with my must-haves for the holidays. If you're looking for gifts that never go out of style, look no further. Or treat yourself to these incredible products that I can't live without. Parlor Game's estrogen and progesterone topical creams will keep your libido revving and your lady bits happy. I love the Silky Peach Cream and Vibrant Third for keeping my hormones in balance. Maybe you want to give the gift of health. Get the latest in stem cell technology, pain relief, and inflammation reduction from LifeWave. After COVID, I gave up wearing a bra, and I have found the best solution to having that seamless look without the discomfort of a bra. Cakes are non-adhesive pads that naturally adhere to your skin and always look flawless. They make such a great gift too. I never start my day without taking my Juice Plus chewables. They come in capsules too and are a great way to get the nutrition of 30 fruits and veggies into your diet easy. Don't forget the omegas for brain health and heart health. I never start my day without a Juice Plus shake. With the glycemic index of broccoli and great plant-based protein, they are perfect when you are on the go. Every day, I check on my tower garden and harvest a bowl of greens for lunch. The aeroponic garden is the ultimate in grow-at-home technology and helps me get my veggies in daily for tower to plate eating. Maybe you're wondering, what about my intimate time, Eve? Don't forget that I love Bonnie's Herbals and her sex butter and boudoir butter. And of course, everyone loves toys for the holidays. Get your sexy toys now at pleaseme.online. Happy, healthy, and sexy holidays.
Meet the computer you can talk to. With Copilot on Windows, working, creating, and collaborating is as easy as talking. Got writer's block? Share your screen with Copilot Vision to help spark inspiration, and use Copilot Voice to have a conversation and brainstorm ideas. Or maybe you need some tech help. With Copilot Vision, Copilot sees what you see. Let Copilot talk you through step-by-step guidance so you can master new apps, games, and skills faster. Try now at windows.com/Copilot.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana makes car selling fast and easy from start to finish. Enter your license plate or VIN and get a real offer in seconds, down to the penny. If you accept, Carvana will come pick up your car from your driveway. Or you can drop it off at one of our car vending machines. Either way, you get paid instantly. It's fast, transparent, and 100% online. Car selling that saves your time. That's Carvana.
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.
A message from McAfee.
I'd say howdy, but I'm not a real cowboy.
And I'm not a real alien.
We're deep fakes, and because of fakes like us,
It's hard to tell what's real.
unless you have McAfee. McAfee's scam detector automatically identifies text and email scams,
And even deepfake.
and it works everywhere, even out on the range.
But you're not even a real cowboy.
If they're faking it, they're not making it past us. Get award-winning scam detection today. McAfee.com/keepitreal.
Hello, and welcome to Please Me, the podcast that aims to destigmatize conversations about sex and sexual health, turning the sheets into art. Today, I am so excited to welcome Mistress Mia Darque to the show. She was one of the amazing women that I met at DomCon, the conference that I keep going on and on about, and the reason why I started the Kink series this season. And I took a class of hers called Dominance in Color, a celebration of culture and control. And if you've been listening to my Kink series, you will know that she did that class with the commandant, who was also on the show. And she was an amazing guest. So you'll have to go back and listen to that episode if you haven't done so already. And if you don't mind, I'm going to look at my cheat sheet here because I want to tell you more about Mistress Mia Darque. She's a seasoned force in the BDSM and fetish world with over 26 years immersed in the scene and more than 25 years as a professional dominatrix. Her journey began on the other side of the whip, first collared as a slave in a distinguished professional Victorian household. These formative years of service, discipline, and training forged an intimate understanding of both surrender and control, shaping the refined yet formidable dominant she is today. Mistress Mia knows the weight of shackles because she has worn them, and now she delights in locking them tight with precision and purpose. Her sessions blend psychological depth, sensual intensity, and unyielding authority, creating experiences that are as transformative as they are unforgettable. Ooh, this is sounding good. Whether guiding novices or challenging seasoned players, Mistress Mia embodies elegance, power, and the intoxicating allure of complete submission to a true mistress. So with that being said,
And then you see a video of this, and then you see a picture of this, and you're like, is that the same person you were just talking about?
yes.
It's always weird when someone reads my bio while I'm sitting there. If someone is reading it for the sake of reading it, just reading it off of something or seeing it on TV, that's perfectly fine. But it always feels not so much cringy, but just makes me feel weird in general when somebody says it in front of me, because I feel like I know I've done all these things, but it didn't seem nearly as cool when I was doing it. As you can tell, other people, friends outside of me who I do not see myself always in these lives, they were as kind and generous as to help me write my bio. And I just asked 5 of my friends, like, hey, describe me in like 3 to 5 business words and send it back like within the month, because I know y'all are lazy sometimes when it comes down to random stuff. And everybody sent back, and I just crammed it all in there. That's other people's opinion of me, so that way I'm not
Okay, that is That is a really great idea. And are you, just out of curiosity, because I know that I have a really hard time accepting compliments, are you somebody that does not like to accept compliments?
I'll accept them if I have to, but my brain is usually like, you don't do that. My dad, may he rest in peace, was West Indian. My mom was black, white, and Irish. So that whole thing, like pet you on the head, feed you from the head thing, was not really something we had a lot of. So when people do it to me or give it to me, I'm awkward as fuck. I am. I am. I've seen myself, I've heard myself, I've watched myself on video being awkward to people who were just trying to be nice to me with kind words and acknowledgement.
And that's okay. And it's funny that you say that, because I too have always struggled with compliments, and I always just change the subject. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then like just talk
Yeah,
about something
that's so
else.
sweet. Thank you so much. As we talk about the next.
Exactly. Let's move along here. So, with all of that being, have a tremendous amount of experience in the BDSM world, and as an experienced professional dominatrix. And so I want to pick your brain today. And first of all, I want to know, I want to go back to the dominance and color first, because I feel like that was such an important class. And I feel like representation is so important for the BIPOC community. And, oftentimes our histories are being erased. And I do consider myself part of the BIPOC community. I'm Indigenous Puerto Rican. And so I think that is so essential. I would love to just hear your take on the history of, how the BIPOC community has really formed and helped shape the BDSM community.
I have told many a person, and I know a lot of people, even people who like won't believe it, but we helped to make BDSM wide range. As a person of color, especially a black person of color, I was not made in this country naturally. My ancestors were brought across here on the worst version of Gilligan's Island tour ever. And at some point in time, people made us a fetish. Us claiming that fetish back, kind of like how some people are all this whole thing. I'm like, I'm claiming the N-word back. It gives you power. And in that power and in that grace, we taught other people, not just people who look like us, people who look like you, people who look like Caucasians, people who look like Asians, Hispanic, Latino, Latinx. It doesn't matter. Everybody learns something. Most things that you get in the United States start with people of color. It is usually appropriated by somebody who is not, but it starts with people of color. I have met and had the pleasure of meeting Native American doms, which I just like, it blew my mind. I don't know why. It's kind of like when I went to Australia and didn't understand like white kangaroos. Like, albinism happens in like everything. Why would you not think that it would happen in a kangaroo? BDSM is inspired everything and by everybody. Why would you not think they were Native American? Because I'm slow, and every once in a while I don't think situations all the way through. Ha ha ha. Ever had one of those days? But when I've had the chance to teach, tell other people about, like the question I asked in class when I asked, who here knows who's Goddess Phoenix, or our other board member, Porcelain Midnight, and everybody's raising their hands, and I'm like, okay, who here knows Sadie Hawkins? And you get like one or two hands. Who here knows about Miss Pepsi? Who here knows about Southern Kink? Because it usually comes in brown. Crickets out of all of y'all. And that's the saddest part. We don't know our own story. So even Commandant was like, she really wanted me to teach a class with her because she didn't want to come off with somebody who was white passing, trying to teach a class about, when you think POC, you automatically think Black and brown people. So you're thinking African Americans and Hispanics, period. I'll say the quiet part out loud. And she didn't think that she belonged
True.
in a class that she wrote.
Right. And
that's why I said what I said as soon as we started the class. And she was mad at me for the whole rest of the day. And I don't care. I'd much rather you be mad at me for the truth than go in half cocked and blind because I didn't want to be a real homie and tell you what was going on.
Like what part? What part was it that you said?
Oh, when I was like, hello, everybody, when we were introducing ourselves, and I was like, I'm Mistress Mia Darque. I've been doing this, kind of like semi-read the bio that you just read. And then I was like, I just want to make sure everybody here knows that this lovely individual right next to me actually wrote this class. She didn't believe that she deserved to teach this class because she looks so Caucasian that like she kind of has the fun of being, what do you know? I called her the amoeba of kink one time, and I thought that was so funny. And she was like, I hate that it sounds that way, but you're right. Because either people are trying to send her off as Caucasian, whatever kind of Caucasian you want to pick, or they want to think that she's Hispanic, or she's Eastern European, or Dominican for some odd reason. As of late, someone asked me if she was Dominican while we were in New Orleans. And then it almost always culminates back to Caucasian, white of some sort.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and she understands that like people who mistake her for white are also in her general audience. It's not for her to scream from the top of the rafters that she's anything other than what you think she is, because that is how she makes her money.
Right.
If
right.
she had a personal problem with it, like if I have a personal problem. So when we say the whole thing of like, oh, people of color in kink, I'm not going to say we made it, because never really in our own cultures has this been underlying thing, I guess would be the best way to say it. But people do understand that there's kink in every culture, just like there are gay people in every culture. There are trans people in every culture. Whether you want to admit it or not, those people are there. It's just, do you get the opportunity to indulge it as you would like to? And let's just be honest, Caucasians usually have better funding, more time, more vacation, more PTO, more leisurely spending to be able to enjoy it. But it doesn't mean that we weren't. So the
Right.
main thing I wanted
Exactly.
out of that class was for people to know, don't feel bad because you don't know everything. That's what we're here for. We felt bad about ourselves for not knowing everything. So we thought we'd pass the savings off to you, do all the hard parts first, and teach you about some culture that you didn't know about before you walked in that door. And hopefully when you walk out that door, beyond us, you'll still want to live. You'll still be interested. You'll still be amazed by the people that we were able to get to. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that slideshow was almost 40 some odd slides. We got through maybe about, I'm going to say 12 to 15 slides.
Oh,
Because you
wow.
can't,
Okay.
in an hour, you can't go through history
Yeah, no,
like
there's a
that.
lot. There's so much to learn. And I was actually speaking with Lady Sheba, who I don't know if you know or not, but
Woohoo, that's my
yeah,
girl.
yes, she's my girl too. I'm wearing her makeup today. Shout out to Mistress Sheba. She was
Sheba.
she was talking about the history of the BIPOC community in the leather community. So I'm going to have her on and pick her brain about that, because I think it's so essential for us to really know our history, and to understand that this is something that goes back, hundreds, if not thousands of years. And, she tied it back in the class to the Yoruba tribe in Africa, which I thought was so fascinating, and trying to reach those different levels of consciousness. And I was like, oh wow, yeah, subspace, right? And so I thought that was super interesting, and always giving credit where credit is due, I think, is essential, and not erasing history as we are seeing happen all over again, in our world. And we're not going to get into, yeah.
I'm saying it right now.
Yes.
I live in Oklahoma. I am less
Okay.
than an hour away from where they burnt down Greenwood.
Okay.
So I absolutely know my history.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it's the truth. Whenever you have a group of people who have been told you're better than another group of people, so you don't come fucking around with the original group of people and call them on their bullshit, this is what you get.
This is
It's
what
just
you
that
get.
simple.
And
This
so
is
we
what you
have to
get.
keep, bringing up this information and this history all over and over and over again, to understand and to not erase, and to make sure that we give a platform for the information that's out there, because it's so essential to me.
The reason we have the past is to remember what we did great in it and where we followed, so we can have greatness again, if not better, and so we do not fall as hard on our faces.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't want to give African Americans, Hispanics, anybody the credit that they're due for anything that you can see that being a person who genuinely is ashamed of Their failures, their shortcomings, fill in the blanks. But they can only
Yep.
find that reservation of kind of sort of happiness as long as somebody else is on the bottom. And people love putting us on the bottom. But guess what? As a group of people who come from the bottom, we have done nothing but still come to the top. I was just watching a TikTok today, and usually I'm not like, oh yeah, TikTok inspired me. But this one lady, her voice, her tone, how she was just reading it as it was, that's what got me. When you have given somebody nothing but shit, dirt, anger, and spit for 400 and nearly 50 years, and they still find a way to come back, of course you're going to look at them like they're cockroaches and don't belong, because you've done everything in your power to get rid of them, and still. As someone who loves to cook, I cook all the slave food. I sure do, because I was taught, give you the bare bone minimums and turn it into a lavish meal.
That's right. And
It's
they
what,
did. And they did.
it's what we do. We're really
Southern
good at
cooking
it.
is so delicious. Yes, absolutely.
It's bad for you. Oh, it's so bad for you, but it's delicious.
But it's
It starts
delicious.
It starts with a stick of butter and a half a pound of lard, but it's delicious.
Well, Julia Child, who, was the French chef.
The French chef, my granny loved her.
She did.
Everything had sherry in it. Everything had booze in it.
And butter. Everything had butter in it too. So
butter and cooking sherry and bourbon, and whenever she would make Mont Blanc, it would always good gravy. I think, you know what? I believe when Julia Child passed, I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but there used to be a lady on Food Network back in the day when Food Network first became a channel. Her name was Cheryl, and she did these 15-minute meals. Was the first show that she had.
I remember the show.
Yeah.
I don't remember who she was, but I thought that was genius, because I'm the type of person that likes to make food that's like quick, so that was like perfect for me.
She was every working mom's best friend. She taught you how to take something halfway out of a box and halfway out of the refrigerator, combine it together to taste like a real meal, look like you tried when you really didn't have enough time to be doing all of this, and then back it up with something that tastes delicious that has booze in it. She is the second coming of Julia Child, and no one can tell me anything different.
Something with booze in it. What's your favorite alcohol by chance? Just
Tequila.
Out of curiosity. Tequila. Okay, I can't drink tequila too much. It's like, hurts.
Everybody says that, and if you went through YouTube looking for me, I'm fairly sure you saw the "And Now We Drink" podcast that I've done 3 times, where I've sat and drank through nearly a half, or if not a whole, close to the whole fifth of tequila by myself. I'm 6'3".
Okay, you need to go on to Liquor Talk. Liquor Talk is another one that is amazing. I was on his show this year too.
We usually crash out directly after all the drinks have been consumed. We have at least one designated driver for however many people got drunk during said podcast, and we go straight to Cantor's, and we eat all of the. I'll get like a half a pound of pastrami and like a quarter pound of corned beef and a bunch of pickles, and I'll just sit there on the sidewalk and eat.
That's what you need after a lot of liquor. It helps to calm the stomach and to like absorb it into your body. So
absolutely my favorite thing, like post-drinking eating.
Yes, it's essential.
I can drink like a cake, but like food is what makes it worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love to eat too. I'm such a foodie. Yeah, one of the things that I really loved about her explanation, the commandant's explanation of herself, was that she was white passing. And I too am always being, confused with others, by people always tell me that I'm white. Even my friends, like that's what annoys the shit out of me too. Cause it's like,
you know me.
It's like, that I am not, white,
right.
And I don't consider myself white, and yet you just always have to like dig and say, oh, well, you look like you're white. So blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you why would you say
just
that?
Just to let you know, people who pass as white do not people who pass as white do not pass as white with white people when it comes down to things like finance and security and safety.
Right.
So,
once they know the real history, the real deal, right?
Yeah, then you just go right out the door with whoever you came in here with. Mm-hmm. That's why I always said, I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. It's a very, very old movie. It's called Imitation of Life. My granny, Lord rest her soul, made us watch that every freaking Mother's Day.
Okay.
From the first time I can remember maybe being about 5 or 6 years old until well after we moved out of her house, because we went to her house every Mother's Day to drop off Mother's Day thing. And the Mother's Day tradition was either we're watching that or The Color Purple.
Oh, that's my favorite movie. I love that movie. The
And
original
those
one.
are, yeah, the original with the original cast, Whoopi Goldberg and all of them.
Mhm.
And my whole thing was, why are you trauma porning us for Mother's Day?
I know. What
Because
was
I
her
want you to
purpose, though?
her purpose was, she told us this when I got older before she passed.
Mhm.
She was like, I wanted you to realize not only where you come from, but where you could have come. Because my grandmother, my granny, she was Black Native American. Her father was Irish. He came over during potato famine. So when she was very little, her and her sister, when I went back through genealogy and stuff, helping out my cousins, her mom wrote her off as white, in the sense of, you'll do better if people think you're white. You'll get more if people think you're white. Back then, I could totally understand why people do it. Now, not so much, because the appeal of being Caucasian is nothing like it used to be back in the day. People see you now and you pass for white and you tell them that you're not. Ooh, I bet your food is unseasoned. Why would I pick that up as the thing that came from, you thought I was white, but I'm not actually white? Why?
Yep.
This is why we can't take y'all anywhere nice. I have another friend who's much like yourself. She is Puerto Rican and Filipino,
Okay.
which makes for a gorgeous human being, but it makes for a very ambiguous human being,
Right.
especially when you're a lady. She tans more towards the end of the summer than in the beginning of the summer. So we had a bunch of friends when we were in college, like, girl, you're white. You don't even tan. That is not a standard of if you for people who have had to have more than one DNA test for a child, you should know how this works. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I had very dumb friends when I was younger. That's why I've upgraded to a better sense of people. Please forgive me for my former company that I was getting. Stupid company.
Yes, yes. And that's an interesting thing that you say, because, I've heard it being said that, you are like the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So pick those very wisely. So, to that point, I think that is really essential. So I'm curious to know, and I want to know about your style of dominating and your style of topping. What are your top 3 favorites, and then what are your top 3 requested sub, what you do with your subs? Because I think what your favorites are not necessarily
Versus
what is requested. Yes.
If you've ever wished sex could feel more connected, more intense, or honestly just more fun, you need to check out Shameless Care. They're a telemedicine company built entirely around sexual health, real doctors, real prescriptions, and products that actually work. Like Shameless Chemistry, their oxytocin plus tadalafil blend that deepens connection and boosts arousal. Or Shamelessly Aroused, a topical cream with the active ingredient found in men's ED medication, increasing blood flow exactly where it counts. Every order includes a short video introduction from your doctor, transparent pricing, and no subscriptions ever. Just real, sex-positive healthcare that delivers results. Because you're a Please Me listener, you can use coupon code PLEASEME for $15 off your order of any product on the Shameless Care website. Use the code PLEASEME, that's PLEASEME, at checkout to claim your $15 off. Again, that's shamelesscare.com, code PLEASEME. Because great sex shouldn't be complicated. It should be shameless. This episode is sponsored by Shameless Care.
Are you looking for a sexy date? Look no further than SDC.com. SDC.com is the premier ethically non-monogamous website that is worldwide. It also hosts a wealth of information on sexuality and sexual health, and I host a free live webinar monthly on the site. You can use code 37340 for a free trial membership on me. And be sure to reach out on the site and say hello.
Hi, I'm Eve Hall from Please Me Podcast, and I wanted to come on here today to talk to you about something that I recently discovered, and I think it is such a game changer. During COVID, I gave up 3 things. One was not wearing makeup every day. And yes, I have makeup on today because I just finished recording a podcast, and I like to put my game face on. But on a daily basis, I'm not wearing makeup every day, which has been a big change for me. Another thing was that I stopped working for other people. And so hence my podcast and hence my private practice, Inspire Health Physical Therapy. And the third thing I gave up during COVID was wearing a bra. And the reason why I want to talk to you about that today is because I wanted to talk to you about Cakes. Cakes is an incredible product that I've been using so that I don't have to wear a bra all the time, but I can look like I have a bra on. And what it does is it just covers up the little nipple show that you have going through your clothes, and it allows your clothes to fit you seamlessly and smoothly. And it is a beautiful product, and they are so much more comfortable to wear than wearing a bra. And I have to say that it's so important to give your body time without a bra, because just like any other brace, if you're wearing an ankle brace or a knee brace and you wear it all the time, it's going to cause atrophy around that joint. And the same goes for a bra. If you're wearing a bra all the time, it's going to also cause weakness in your pectoralis muscles. And the pectoralis muscles are the muscles that help you to lift your breasts. And if they get weak, your breasts will sag. So wearing Cakes is really great for decreasing sagging. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you to get your Cakes. And I wanted to share mine with you. Today I have the triangle ones on, and I'm going to show you how easy they are. They adhere without adhesive to the skin naturally. And you can see they come in different colors, and you can see it just adheres, and it just allows your look to be nice and smooth. So make sure you check out the link below and get your Cakes today.
At IKEA, your dreams can come true. Well, maybe not the ones where you're being chased by a monster. We're talking about kitchen dreams. And there are IKEA products and solutions for all of them. Whether it's a whole new kitchen, a statement glassware set, or just new cutlery. If you got big dreams or small dreams in any size of budget, IKEA can help you bring them to life. Visit IKEA.us/dreamkitchen to learn more. Dream the possibilities.
This episode is brought to you by... Oops! I've got a box of Cheez-It crackers staring at me, and I just wanted that irresistible cheesy crunch. Sorry, that was a total snacksident. What was I supposed to be talking about? So salty, so crunchy, so cheesy. Whoops, lost my train of thought. I've heard of brain freeze, but brain cheese? I'll just have one more Cheez-It cracker, and then I'll get back to it.
Vitamin Water Zero Sugar has great taste, zero BS, and obviously zero sugar. For those with zero room in their calendar. Zero patience for slow walkers. Those who get 0 hours of sleep on a Saturday night. Have zero filter, zero given, and zero interest in grabbing a plain, boring water. Grab a delicious Vitamin Water Zero Sugar today.
You would be correct, ma'am. I'm going to do them backwards just because.
Okay.
Welcome to my brain. 3 biggest requested for session. It's always going to be pegging. It's always going to be cross-dressing, sissification, basically slutification kind of thing. You want to be bimboed out. And also what really tickles me, my feet. I don't know. I'm a big tall chick, and I have big tall chick feet because you cannot keep 6'3" without heels on, standing up on like a size 6 shoe. So I can understand where I understand this is a fetish. I just don't see why people find it so intriguing in my feet. But to each their own.
Yes.
Me, myself, and I, my favorite things are going to be corporal punishment, which is basically any point. Hit you with something you don't. Also, I am a big fan of cross dressers. But for me, cross dressing is more along the lines of I want to make you pretty, not I want to make you slay. So that's where that difference comes also why I did it backwards, because like your version that you want like, I want to look like a lady, and then your version of a girl is like a piece of lingerie you got off of Temu, a wig that came from Party City, left out of the bargain bin after the holidays, and like the ugliest pair of fishnets that match absolutely nothing that you have on, and shoes that barely fit your feet or are way too big. My cross-dressing is, I want at the end of the day, and I know this irks a lot of people out, but I like to see if I can make it passable. And a lot of people get really pissed off, like, you shouldn't have to look a certain way. You didn't pay for me to do this to you, did you? No. So your information is not needed in this session where this human being paid me money to do what they wanted plus what I felt
like. Right. So I'm curious because I haven't spoken too much about sissification and cross-dressing yet. So I'm excited that you said that, because I would love to kind of delve into that a little bit. And you mentioned that you want them to look like they are passable after you're done with them. So is part of what you do with them like choosing outfits for them, or like putting their makeup on, or like giving them like tips on how to fix their hair, or all of that?
Oh, sugar, like, it is that plus some. Let's see. When I was in New Orleans at DomCon, before I came to our class, I had just taken a grown man to get completely 100% waxed inside of an hour and a half.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot to do in an hour and a half if he's hairy.
He's a hairy boy too. But yes, he likes the old school French style, Mado, sissy style. Everything needs to be frilly. Everything needs to be pink. I need pink hair, pink purse, pink shoes, pink everything. Okay, if you have that pink everything, can we make it sophisticated pink everything? Can we stay inside of a hue of certain pinks? Can we stay inside of a palette? I'm going to do your makeup, because if left alone, we're going to leave out of here looking like you just left a Motel 6 at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to have something more along the lines of late dinner, early drinks, somewhere around 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. I want you in a nice dress that covers down to the knee, a purse that matches it, heels that you can walk in at least a mile, because I will walk a quarter of a mile in my 6 and 7 inch stiletto platform. So you need to be able to do at least that or better, because you have way better calf. We are going wig shopping. I'm making appointments for waxing. Can we come to your store? It is a gentleman. He is going to be trying on women's wigs. He will pay you extra and your associate extra for the privilege of being able to come to your store, especially when the store is not run by people who generally take cross-dressing as a, oh, that's cool kind of a thing.
So you call ahead and you make all of the arrangements to transform really somebody from looking like a man to looking like a woman.
Yes. The prettiest version of yourself. And that's my whole thing. When I say passable, I don't mean passable for a woman. I mean passable as a piece of art. Like, do you look the part of what you're trying to do? If you see somebody wearing a pair of major laser shades, they have their hair slicked back, they have a big puffy coat with very tight clothing underneath, with big saggy pants, ridiculously expensive shoes, they're going for a, let's say, cyberpunk kind of a look. It wouldn't look right if you randomly decided to put on furry, fuzzy Grinch shoes, right? It still counts as something covering your feet, but it doesn't go along with the rest of the look.
Right. So
that's what I'm going for. Like, does this all go together, or is something like absolutely out of the way with it?
So once they're looking amazing, and you've gotten them to that point, where do you take it from there? Like, what does an evening with a sissy look like? Like, what do you do? Do you go out to dinner with them after they're all dressed up, or do you take them to a hotel? Do you like what sorts of things what activities would you do?
Well, it depends on what the client request is first and foremost.
Right.
What I do is a service industry. I provide a service.
Right.
But if it's one of those, hey, dealer's choice, do what you want to. Yes, we're going to go out to eat at a restaurant, a real restaurant, not just a restaurant where I know we have a lot of ladies when they do this. We have a lot of people in general when they do this. When they have clients that want to go out in public, they tend to find places that are publicly affable to what they're doing. So usually we tend to stick around neighborhoods very close to downtown, where more outlandish, outrageous things would be okay. But I would say maybe right before COVID. I had kind of fallen off of that. Don't get me wrong. I still love to go to a good drag show out in the neighborhood. It is amazing. But I know what I would want for myself if I was a client. And there's no point in putting on all that dollar, all that makeup, foundation, setting powder, setting spray, stabilizers, all of that good stuff just to go to a hotel room to get fucked. Don't get me wrong. I've had more than my fair share of clients. That's exactly what they want. Make me pretty, then make me not as pretty.
Okay.
But you have to understand everybody does not want this. And that's where getting to do this for 25 years comes from. I listen to my clients. I had a client one time, we went to an Ole Miss football game while he was completely dressed.
Okay.
It was more of a fear factor thing for him because we were in Arkansas when we did it. Two states that are not really known for their love of cross-dressers, men who like dressing like women, men who see themselves as women, anything that might do anything with trans or the water's making the frogs gay. That's not really their thing. My thing is, if you're with me, you are safe. I will karate ninja chop the fuck out of the first person who says something. I will throw a beer bottle back at a game. I have seen me do it. So that whole thing of like, oh, you can only go to safe spaces. I'm just a little bit more adventurous than that. And I prefer to go to high-end places because I found out over the years, it doesn't matter what you're dressed like. Can you afford to be dressed like that? You tell me what your budget is that you're working with, and I'll tell you where we're going.
Yeah, I think that is, I agree. Like if you're going to spend that much time, right, getting somebody all dolled up and waxing and, putting on like the perfect pink outfit combination, you want to go strut it around. I feel like that would be part of what, what they would also want to. How about, let's talk, I know you were just about to say something. You want to just finish your thought? Because I want to ask you about...
I was just about to say, like, that's why I go to certain cities. Instead of it just being a very small, there's a little corner of the city that we can hang out in and do things at. I would prefer to have an open city. My favorite cities are like Los Angeles, Miami, Chicago, New York. Anywhere out in... Apparently New Jersey is a lot cooler than I thought New Jersey was. And my absolute favorite place to go are Vegas and New Orleans. New Orleans is the Vegas of the South. Can't tell me shit. And they don't care what you're doing as long as you're not holding a glass cup on the side of the road. If you do get into something, know that if it happens in the quarter, it might take a second for us to get an EMT unit to you. So ride at your own warning. And basically it's both places are very much like we're hospitality driven. That's what makes it. We don't have a whole lot other than that going on here. So I know you're going to be on your best or almost best behavior because I'm showing up with money. Y'all have bills to pay just like I do. There's a reason why my sessions cost so much. The gentleman I'm speaking about in particular prefers to do his session as a 24-hour all day. We start at 9 in the morning. We're done at like 2 o'clock in the night, like closing up the bar and getting ready to play, closing. And
yeah, it makes sense though, because you're doing a
and
lot.
If he's paying $5,000 or better for that day, then guess what? We give him the full experience. He gets an itinerary, an all-day itinerary. You will be up at this time. You will be at my room by this time. We will be leaving out for this first appointment, this second appointment, this third appointment. He wants to go get toys. We need to buy wigs. We got to go get wags. We still have to get you another outfit as a backup before we even hit the red carpet. It's a lot. It's micromanagement of another human being.
Right.
And if you're the type of person that can't barely hold yourself down, I'm going to tell you right now, just don't get into it.
Don't be a dom. Don't be a dom because you need to submit and have someone else, take control of your life if you're disorganized. Yeah, absolutely. And so you sound like you're super organized. A second thing that you said you were super interested in, and I would love to delve into this a little bit too, is pegging. And so first question, because I always thought that pegging could be on anybody, not just a man, right? So pegging can be on anybody, right?
I hope you've enjoyed this conversation. For the full episode, over an hour long, join me on Patreon. Every Friday, we'll explore the world of kink, BDSM, and power exchange with amazing guests who are professionals in the community.
On Patreon, you'll get the entire episodes of my Kink series, including all the juicy insights and intimate conversations we can't fit in the free version. For just $10 a month, you'll also receive exclusive content, including photos and behind-the-scenes material from dominatrixes and other kink experts. Don't miss a single episode of this BDSM and kink exploration series. Join today and take your curiosity to the next level. If you're feeling disconnected from your body, struggling with intimacy, or facing a sexual health condition, you're not alone. There is no shame in what you're experiencing, and you don't have to figure it out on your own. But the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to reclaim your confidence, pleasure, and connection. That's why I offer a free 15-minute discovery call to explore what's going on and whether working together is the right next step. Spots fill quickly, so don't wait. The link is in the show notes. Grab your time now.
I want to personally invite you to join me on Patreon for ad-free listening, bonus episodes, and early releases. Already there is a lot of bonus content on there with many webinars that I've done in the past and a show that I've never released to the public before. My show is completely self-funded, and when you are able to support me in this way, I'm able to spread my message of body positivity, self-love, and women's empowerment, and empowerment in general around sexuality around the globe. And so with that being said, I appreciate everyone who has already joined Patreon, and if you've thought about joining, now's your nudge to do so.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart.